It's quite hard to describe the process of putting the book together. I think it's, when you put a collection together, it's more instinctive than logical. On the other hand, now that it's been put together, I can describe it logically and say that the book consists of 3 sections. The first section contains a lot of elegies to my partner, who died some years ago, and also some of them you might think of elegies, but were actually written while he was still alive. And so there's the idea of the male muse is attractive to many female poets, I think. The middle section contains more political poems, including a series of poems set in Eastern Europe, where I lived during the 1980s, before the Iron Curtain came down. So looking back, it was a very surreal time, and so perhaps remembering that kind of, for me at least, sheds some light on what's happening now. It also contains a love poem to the Athens riot dog, who you can Google. And the third section contains maybe more universal poems, some of them more recent, on themes like love, death, public transport. There are also, I hope at least, a few poems where my Anthropocene age anxiety about climate change comes through. So if I had a poetic fairy godmother, I'd want her to give me the ability to write in some way that would address this theme of climate change that is so much bigger than any of us can really do. And one of my favourite quotes is from the Irish poet Seamus Heaney, writing about the Troubles in Northern Ireland in the mid-70s, and saying how writing poetry turned from being just trying to write the best poems you could to a search for images and symbols adequate to our predicament. And that's something that I would love to be able to do.